Hello and welcome to Invisalign Journal. Let's see, this is step 6 and I wanted to talk to you about my recent illness with coronavirus. And I think that it's very important to know that what do you do when you get sick? It could be with anything, flu or whatever, any other illness. What do you do when you get coronavirus and you've got Invisalign? Please subscribe and click on the little notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. So I'm going to be very frank about this, so bear with me. I'm on the other side of it now. I've been out of quarantine for about 5 days and everything went really well. The coronavirus that I got was only the kind that gave me fever, headache, a loss of smell, and I got a rash around my neck and a couple other symptoms as well, but mainly I did not get any respiratory problems or coughing, so that was really great. So the angle I'm going to give you is how I dealt with it with the state that I was in. And I basically had to make sure that every time I was going to eat something, I would drag myself to the bathroom, take out my Invisalign, wash them, put them in a drawer because I didn't want them out on the counter like I usually put on a little tray. So I made sure they were in a drawer. Then I washed my hands thoroughly, sterilized everything, and I left the bathroom. Then I would eat in my room a cup of soup, think something like this. I'll just put a little image here to show you all of my friends and my neighbors have brought me a huge amount of quantities of soups and meals and things like that, and so I took a picture of it because it was so impressive, and I was so grateful and thankful, and thank everybody who made food for me while I was sick. So I had a cup of soup, then I would go back in the bathroom, I would brush my teeth, brush my Invisalign, and put them back in. So there's nothing different here. It's just it was like an added agony because I was so weak and I just didn't want to deal with it. So one thing I was thinking before I started this is if I didn't want to wear them, I just wouldn't wear them, right? I mean, I'm sure a lot of you who are thinking about getting it will ask that question as well. Well, I can tell you, when you don't have them in, all you want to do is put them back in. And the reason is because you have these little attachments. So put a little photo here of my attachments. The attachments are not as rough as they were at the beginning when she first put them in, but they do stick out, and there's nothing worse than having that rubbing against your inside of your lips or your cheeks. So all you want to do as soon as you finish eating is get your Invisalign back in, and it makes it all nice and smooth again, as you can see. So they're in at the moment, and there's no way that you would want to live without them in your mouth. And I tried to eat once with them in my mouth because I was thinking, well, let me try that as well. It was a disaster. It's the most horrible thing. I didn't realize that your teeth actually have like nerves on them, and you can feel when you're eating something, and if you try and eat when you've got Invisalign in, it's like, excuse the expression, like having a condom on your teeth because you can't feel anything, and it was just bizarre. So I only did it once. I'll never do it again. But I just had to be very strict with myself, make sure that every time I was going to eat something, take them out, brush, do the whole system, try and remember to sterilize everything so nobody else got sick, which nobody did. And I was really happy at the end that I was faithful to my Invisalign. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk about was if you're going to work and you have Invisalign, how do you deal with it at work? And because I've working from home, it's never been a problem for me. I would just go in my bathroom, take them out, brush them afterwards. It wasn't a big deal. The month of December, I do a pop-up shop, and I'm there every day. So here's the video of the pop-up shop. And we had lockers there, and I had to have a system. We were very fortunate that in our back room we have a sink with cold water. So every time I would go in, I would wash my hands with soap. I would then remove my Invisalign, put them in my locker without touching anything else, then go back and wash my hands again because now I've touched my mouth. I would eat very quickly, have my coffee, do everything all at the same time. Normally I have a coffee at like 4 in the afternoon. I've stopped doing that now, so I have everything at lunchtime. So I only have to take them out 3 times a day instead of 4. And then I would finish my lunch, wash my hands again, then I would brush my teeth, brush my Invisalign, put everything back in, wash my hands again because now I've touched my mouth again, and then put it back in my the container and everything in my locker, lock it, and then I would sterilize everything, so the faucet, the key of the locker, everything, to make sure that I didn't get sick. Having said all that, of course, I ended up getting sick, but wasn't from the shop. It was after Christmas, and I don't know where I got it, honestly. Who knows? I could have just like wiped my eye or something like that one time, and I could have had on my hands. I was so exhausted from this marathon shop that I did that I would have gotten sick with something anyway. So anyway, I just wanted to give you some of my insight onto the different aspects of working and being ill, and how do you deal with it, and what the outcome is. So I'm very happy now that I'm on the other side of coronavirus, and I'm well, and I'm grateful that I've still got my Invisalign and that everything's moving forward. So here's to Happy New Year to everybody. I will be posting this at the beginning of January, and I hope that everyone stays safe. So bye-bye. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and click on the little notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos.